Hey, how's everyone doing there tonight? This is Undead Nightmare 24, back with the video. Hope everyone's doing well and staying safe out there. This video will be my Saturday night action and exploitation review of a film. I will be reviewing an action or exploitation film that I watch on Saturdays. Um, this is a new thing I started, so I will be doing this every Saturday. If you enjoy this genre, action or exploitation films, feel free to do a video yourself and let me know. I would love to check it out. If it's not your thing, I understand. It's a different genre besides horror, but some of these films will have horror elements in them. But this is another genre I enjoy, so my choice for this Saturday would be 1985's Cut and Run. This is a action thriller exploitation film. Pretty much the settings are basically they do go to a city to the jungles, and this is a 1985 film, and it's filmed by Ruggero Deodato. Ruggero Deodato. I hope I didn't slaughter that name. He's a famous Italian director. He has films as Cannibal Holocaust and Cannibal Ferox. Those are some infamous films, which I enjoy. And he filmed this film. It stars Lisa Blunt as a newswoman. Also has Willie Ames, and you might know him from Charles in Charge. I think that is a kind of awkward casting there to be in this film, but it also has Richard Lynch from Invasion USA with Chuck Norris, Michael Berryman from The Hills Have Eyes, and has Karen Black from Trilogy of Terror, and as well has Leonard Mann, who is from films as Night School. But it has a great cast in this film. But to get into this film, it's pretty much like a drug film that takes its place to the jungle. It starts off in the city with these people doing a drug run, and these reporters played by Lisa Blunt and cameraman Leonard Mann, who follow these drug people into a house and witness a horrific murder. And pretty much Lisa Blunt's character is to film this and get a good story so she could sell on the news. I don't know. They end up taking this farther as their boss has been kidnapped by this drug cartel and taken to the jungle. So their plans are to go to the jungle and get a story from this drug cartel leader, who's played by Richard Lynch, and he's like this colonel that was in the military that kind of went AWOL a little bit, and now he's running a drug cartel through the jungle, and he has this tribe backing him up, and their leader is Michael Berryman, and he just leads this tribe through the jungles to do his assassination work. And the opening scene of this film is pretty brutal, man. It has Matthew Berryman and his tribe going through the water and just sabotaging this crew to get their drugs and money. Well, pretty much their drugs. And they get off, and you see some pretty hardcore scenes. You see some beheadings, some great shootouts, and then you see actually a pretty disturbing rape scene. And then they're beheaded, these women. So it's a pretty uncut film. There is the R-rated version and the uncut version on this. I would prefer the uncut version. Has a gorehound, which I enjoyed the gore in this. But yeah, this film leads this reporter and cameraman through the jungle, trying to rescue their boss's son, who's played by Willie Ames from Charles in Charge. He's pretty much kidnapped from this cartel, and they have him in the jungle running their slave trade through there. And their mission is to go find him and get this story from Richard Lynch, who's that colonel leading the drug cartel. But anyways, it goes through an action adventure through the jungle as they try to find this guy. And there's a lot of there's some pretty brutal attacks in here, especially by Berryman and his tribe there. There's some pretty cool beheadings in this film, as well as some gore, gut spilling. It's a pretty gory movie, especially on the uncut version. But yeah, they takes a story through that jungle as they get closer to this guy. They go through more horrific consequences as they try to rescue this guy out of the jungle. And there's an alligator scene in this film that's pretty intense too. Nothing really happens, but just the intense of the moment was pretty nerve-wracking. So they're trying to escape. You have alligators coming in here. This has some horror elements, action. It has some creatures, pretty nice animals, and the setting in this film is shot pretty well. It has a great jungle feel to it, like it had on Cannibal Holocaust and Cannibal Ferox, though a little more or less brutal, but still some pretty brutal parts in this. Yeah, the story is great. I really enjoy this film. Definitely has that exploitation feel to it. And uh, Diodata did a great job on this one. This is one of my favorite films. It has a great cast, like I said, and some pretty awesome action and gore in this one. So yeah, this is 1985's Cut and Run. This is the action and exploitation film I saw for this Saturday night. I would give this film a 4.5 out of 5. I really enjoy this film. This is one of my favorite cult classics. And if you do end up seeing this film, I recommend the uncut version. Shows a lot more gore and kill scenes in it. But yeah, that's going to be my choice for this Saturday. Join me every Saturday as I'll be going through an action and exploitation film I pick from the collection. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Please hit a like and subscribe, comment as well. And like I said, if you feel free, you want to do a video and pick a action or exploitation film that you enjoy, please feel free to do so and let me know so I could check it out, because I really enjoy these kind of films. Or just leave a comment what you think of this film. That's cool too. So hope everyone's doing well out there. Stay safe. Undead Nightmare 24 back with the review. Peace.
Civilization has introduced countless evils to this mysterious jungle, but not terror. Because here, terror was born. And here, terror will live. As long as outsiders dare to enter the savage wilderness, two reporters stumble into a troubled paradise and wind up running for their lives.
We can't just sit here, Mark. We'd be asking for it.
Because beneath the sheer beauty lies a world of utter madness. Today's headlines erupt in a timeless thriller.
Your journey ends here. Forever.
Cut and Run. It's the one story you won't see on the 6 o'clock news.